Hello, fourth graders. Today we're going to begin chapter 3 in our Shurley, and that chapter is on prepositional phrases. The first thing in our prepositional phrase we want to know about are the prepositions. Prepositions are words that connect two other words in a sentence in a special way. So in example 1, we see the lost ducks flew over the barn. Over is our preposition and it connects ducks to the barn. In example 2, the lost ducks flew beside the barn. Beside is our preposition, and it connects ducks to barn. When we want to find a word that could be a preposition in our sentence, we look at that word and we ask what or whom. If the answer to that question is a noun, then the word is a preposition. We'll practice this a little later in the lesson. Our prepositions are going to be labeled P. Always following the preposition is going to be a noun, and that's going to be our object of the preposition. For example, in the lost ducks flew over the barn, following over, we have barn. Barn is our object of the preposition, and over is our preposition. In example 2, we have the lost ducks flew beside the lake. Beside is our preposition, and lake is the object of the preposition. It's a noun that follows our preposition. If we want to find the object of the preposition, we're going to say the preposition word, and then we're going to ask what or whom, and the answer to that question is the object of the preposition. So if we look at our word over, we ask over what? Over the barn. Barn is our object of the preposition. We're going to label these OP in our sentence. The next thing I want to talk about are prepositional phrases. So these are a whole phrase that's going to start with a preposition and end with the object of that preposition. These can add interesting and important details to our sentences, and they can be located anywhere within a sentence, not just the beginning or just the end, but anywhere. If we look at these examples below, the class walked behind the teacher. Our prepositional phrase begins here with behind, and behind who? Behind the teacher. So our entire prepositional phrase starts at behind and ends after teacher. The lost ducks flew over the barn. Over is our preposition. Over what? Over the barn, so that's the object of our preposition. Our entire prepositional phrase begins with over and ends with barn. He laughed during the movie. During is our preposition. During what? The movie. So movie is our object of the preposition. So our prepositional phrase is going to begin with during, and it's going to end after movie. Let's practice together. I did the first sentence for us, and then the second two will be yours to do on your own. The first sentence says, an antique car sat in the middle of the large field. Who or what is our sentence about? It's about the car, so that's our subject noun. What's being said about the car? It sat. That's our verb. What kind of car was it? It was an antique car. So antique is an adjective describing car, and an is our article adjective labeled with an A. Starting back here, we have this in, which is a preposition. In what? In the middle, which is our object of the preposition. So our entire prepositional phrase is going to go from in, and then we have the as an article adjective, and middle is our object of the preposition. Our second prepositional phrase is going to begin with of. And of what? Of where? Of whom? It's going to be of what? Of the field. So of is our preposition, the is an article, large is an adjective describing our noun field, which is the object of our preposition. You have two more sentences to work on your own. The puppies tumbled playfully, and several frisky puppies tumbled very playfully through the house. I'd like you to try these two on your own. The first one does not have any prepositional phrases. The second one has one prepositional phrase. After you label the entire sentence, do not forget you're going to put parentheses at the beginning and the end of your prepositional phrase. Good luck, and we'll talk about it in class. See you then.